Good morning. It's Friday, and I've already been up and out and all around, and I think it's going to be a busy day. Um, so, but I do need my morning stretch, weekly stretch. This is Pilates stretch. All right. So, focusing on posture, form, breathing. All right. Nice and easy. Just do what you can and let's get started. So, nice big arm circles all the way up and around. 4, 3. And let's go the other way. 3, 2, and 1. And the other arm. 2, 3, and the other way. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Shoulders up and back. Palms are forward. Rib cages up off your hip bones. Core is engaged. Arms out nice and wide. Relax those shoulders. Reaching from wall to wall. Let's come across for 1. Squeeze in the back. 2, 3, and 4. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And all the way up to the sky. Reaching. Come on, let's see how tall we can get. Reach, 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 reach. All right. And hang on 1 second. There we go. All right. So we're reaching up nice and tall. And let's just slowly start swaying. Side to side. Lead with that rib cage. Breath out. And then all the way up to the sky again. And we're going to do our 6 full body squats coming down those side walls. Booty back, all the way up. Nice big deep breath coming up. Squeeze those glutes. All right, let's do one more. All the way down. And let's come all the way down those walls. All right. Let's open up those hips up and around for 1. Oh, I'm off balance today. 2 and 3 and the other way. 3, 2, and 1 and the other leg. 2. Oh, come on. And 3. Too much coffee. 1, 2, and 3. And let's go all the way up on our tippy toes. All right. Ready? Down on 1, up on 2, do, 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 squeezing those calves. Squeeze. And let's just turn around up on your toes. And let's go the other way. And down. And let's roll that ankle. And roll the other way. And over on the outside of that ankle. And on the inside. And up on those toes, pushing that arch forward. Cross those toes. And the plantar fasciitis stretch. Let's bring that arch up. Pull that arch up to the sky. Give it a little shake. All right, and let's roll the other foot. And the other way. I had to take Jerry to Rockport this morning. All right, and on the outside of that foot, pick up his boat, and he's taking the dogs and coming down the river. And the river is flat as can be. Okay, on the outside of that foot, I said, lucky him. And the girls. All right, up on those toes, push that arch forward and across those toes. Scrunch them in. Yeah, all right. And arches up. Squeeze it up. One more time. And a little shake. All right, standing nice and tall. Palms are forward, rib cage up, belly. I should make a song. Belly in. All right, and we're going to do our balancing. We're going to bring our right knee up. And let's do circles with our wrists and ankle. Other way. Point, point, flex, point, flex, wave it. Shake it. And down. All right, let's do the other side. Whoop. There we go. Point, flex, wave. Take it before I lose my balance. All right, and I was just shaking it. Awesome. All right, give it a nice little shakeroo. And we are going to start with step 1, 2. All right, so we're going to start with that right leg, right, left, kick, right, left, extend, and swing those arms. Kick and extend. All right, and let's do the other foot. Left, right, kick, left, right, extend. I don't know, the weekends are getting kind of busy. Usually on weekends, I don't do too much, but things are filling up. Summer seems to be getting busy already. One more. And extend it. All right, we're going to do side lunge crunch. So rib cage is up. Try to keep that there the whole time. Ready? And we're going to stay here for a second. Let's just stretch everything out. Nice side lunge. All right, and then we're going to come up and crunch. So let's do 8. 1, 2, 3. Come on, keep that core engaged. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we're going to do the other side, staying on the lunge at first. Booty goes back. Feel the stretch. All right, and crunch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, and we're going to squat and extend. So feet are about hip width apart. All right, and you're going to push that booty way back. All right, and then extend your right limbs. Squat, left limbs. Here we go. 2 more. 1 and 2. All right, we'll get back to those squats in a second. All right, so let's reach those arms out nice and wide. All right, relax those shoulders down. We're going to do small arms. So we're just going to pulse it forward, reaching for those opposite walls. Pulse it forward for 6, 5, 4, 3. Nice and slowly. I want you to get all those tiny muscles. And palms are back, pinky up, back. Palms are up, push it up. I want you to, we're working all the little tiny muscles that are around all those, your shoulders there. All right, and down, push it down. And 6 circles. Reach those arms from wall to wall and the other way. And down. Give those arms a little shake-a-roo. All right, and we're going to do the same thing with squats. All right, just working all the tiny muscles in your glutes. All right, and quads. So nice and slowly, your feet are about hip width apart still, coming all the way down. And let's just pulse it for 1, 2, 3. Push from your heels. 4, 5, 6. All right. Go a little further down. Tiny pulses. Little further down. Booty back. All right. Tilt that pelvis. Come all the way up. Widen your stance. Open those toes a tiny little bit. Going down again. Pulse it down. You're pulsing your booty back. When you're down there, pulse it up. Lower. All right, and come all the way up. Squeeze those glutes. Coming all the way back down. All the way back up. Squeeze. And squeeze. Awesome. All right, let's jump it out. Jump it back to the end of your mat. And, oh, you know what? I'm going to, there, move up a little bit. All right, so let's stand at the end of your mat, reach nice and tall. Let's come all the way down those side walls. Coming down to ragdoll. Let's pulse that out a bit. As you're pulsing, push that heel into the mat and up on your toe. Really try to exaggerate your movements, right? And then when you're ready, bring those heels down. Let's fold those arms. Let's just sway side to side, bringing that elbow to the outside of your shin. All right, hands are spaghetti. Okay, pulse it, finding that lowest vertebrae. We're going to come up your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Let's do it. And roll those shoulders back, all the way up and around. Soft bend, and let's have left arm longer than your right. Pulsing, we're opening up the right side of your spine. And rolling all the way up. Up and around. All right, and now your right arm longer than your left. Sometimes it takes a little longer to find that lowest vertebrae. You're opening up the left side. Oh, I love this stretch. Roll your shoulders back. Can't you tell? I just love it. All right. And coming all the way down, going out to downward dog. Pulse those feet out again. Push that heel into the mat. And then heels come down. Let's push away from those palms. Chest being pushed to your knees. Let's sway those hips side to side, nice and slowly. Not moving those feet. And breathe. Okay, you ready? Let's bring this right leg up high behind you. Still push to that back wall. 3 kicks. Bend that knee and look underneath. Oops. Your right shoulder. Reach that knee way back. Straighten that leg out. Coming into your chest for 4. 1. And all the way back up. 2. Wow, I kicked the door. 3. And 4. And now we're going to bring it all the way through to our right thumb. And we're in low lunge. Turn this mat. There. Low lunge. So we're staying here for a second. All right. Let's bring that right arm all the way up to the sky. Switch it up. So we're going into high plank. Switch legs. Low lunge. Left arm all the way up. And switch legs again. Coming back down, we're going up to high lunge. Both hands in front of your right foot. Power up. Have your belly to your back. Reach for the sky. Up and down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. High lunge. And let's come down those side walls. Coming all the way down to the inside of that right foot. And drop that left leg onto the mat. Wiggle this right foot out to the edge. With your right hand, open up that knee. And then take your palm on the outside of that right knee. Push the knee to palm. Bring that knee in and out for 3. Good stuff. And let's wiggle this foot. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's wiggle that foot back into center. Go up on your heel. All right. And you are making sure your left hip is above your left knee. And you're going to push your booty back. Extend that left arm down the mat. Push your booty back and chest comes down. Stretching that left arm out. And breathe in and out. Awesome stuff. Come all the way back to the outside of the mat with that right foot. And we're going to go down. We're not going down. We're going to bring this left leg up. And we're going to reach back for a nice quad stretch. Hip flexor stretch. So you're on the edge of your foot, knee is out. I should have did this before. All right, release. Bring that knee back. We're going to go into plank from here. Okay, so bring that right foot back. You're over top of your hands, belly to your back. And we're going to count for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push it back to downward dog. Push away from those hands. Slide those hips side to side. Bring that left leg up high behind you. 3 kicks. Bend that knee and look underneath that left shoulder. Bringing that knee up and bringing it into your chest for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it all the way through to that left hand. Low lunge. And bring that right arm up. Look at those fingers way up there. Switch it up. Left arm. Switch it up. Back to the beginning. Right arm. And from here, we're going to go up to high lunge. So both hands in front of that left hand. Power up. Up and down. 6, 5, 4, 3, and 1. Let's bring those hands all the way down. Reach for those walls. Exaggerate every stretch. Hands coming down to that left inner foot. Drop your right leg. Wiggle this left foot out to the edge. Open it up with that left hand. And then the palm goes on the outside of the knee. Push the knee to palm and keep that resistance as you bring that leg in and out. Out and in. One more time. Good stuff. Leave it out there. All right. And we're going to bring that right foot up to your body, back. Reach back if you can. And pull that foot closer to your body. And drop that foot. Let's wiggle this left foot to center, going up onto your heel. Right hip underneath right knee. You might have to wiggle around a bit. Stretch this right arm down the mat. Right, and you're going to push your booty back. And then chest comes down. And breathe. Push your booty back to activate that back of the leg. Right, and then chest comes down just to stretch it out a little more. Awesome. All right. And then from here, we're going back up to plank. Bring that leg back. We're up into high plank. And let's do plank twist. And to the other side. Bring that arm all the way up. And going down to chaturanga. Coming all the way down. And let's push our chest up. Relax our hips. Squeeze our shoulder blades together. And come down to the mat. And we're going to push up again. Just your chest. Relax those hips. Coming all the way back down to the mat again. And this time we're going to go up to high plank to downward dog. Walk those hands all the way back to your feet. And let's roll up and roll your shoulders back. And from here, we're going to get right into snowbirds. So extend that right leg out from your hip, standing up nice and tall. Reach those arms. Rib cages up off your hip bones. Your core is engaged. Bring that left wing down to the mat, up a bit, and bring that arm across for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And coming up, wing dips, coming all the way up. We're staying here. Reach down your leg, and that left arm goes way up to the sky. And let's do wing dips. 1, 2. Your hips aren't moving, just your upper torso. 4, 5. Reach for the sky when you're up there. And 6. Bring that left arm down, right arm on your right hip. Bring this right leg up. Toe pointing down, up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Toe tap, heel tap in the back, toe, heel. Close that hip, open that hip. Close, open, one more. And extend and crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and lengthen. And let's come all the way up to the other leg. Okay, so your leg comes directly out of your hip, flat, the outer foot flat on the floor. Wing comes down, and let's come across. 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Wing dips. We're going to stay up here. Reach for the sky. And 1, 2, 3. Try to keep your arms nice and straight. 4, 5, and 6. And bring that hand down again. Left hand on left hip, toe pointing down, up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Toe tap, heel tap. I like this one. It really, you can really feel your hip closing and opening. Close, open, and lengthen and crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do 8 and 8. Don't know where my mind is today, but excuse it. All right, coming all the way up to tabletop, to tabletop. All right, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, belly to your back. 3 clicks of the heel. Make a wish for today. All right, right arm, left leg, toe pointing down. While you're here, take a look and make sure that right hip is over top of that right knee, and your left arm is underneath your left shoulder. And breathe for 5. All right, and let's bring those arms out to the side for 1, and leg, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And hand comes down and rainbow taps, bringing it over to your foot over to the right side of the mat, to the left. 1, belly in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then bring it over to the left side of the mat, right? Leave it there at about, that's 9 o'clock. And outer foot flat on the floor. And let's just sit down on your other leg. Extend your arms out and breathe. And then just come all the way back up and bring that leg in, back to tabletop. And we're going to do the other side. So left arm, right leg. And breathe. All right, you ready? Slide out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's hard for me. 5 and 6. Hand comes down, rainbow taps for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Leaving that right foot on the right side, outer foot flat on the floor. Keep it flat on the floor, and let's just sit down and extend those arms. And then come all the way back up and bring this leg back in and go down into child's pose. Walk those hands down the mat and just sway it side to side. Getting that right cheek off of the right heel and the left cheek off of the left heel. And then let's bring our hands over to the right and keep that left cheek off the left heel for a nice big deep breath in and out. And then over to the other side, same thing. Back to center. And drop those forearms onto the mat. And let's bring those, open those knees and keeping your feet together. And let's bring that right arm up. We're going to thread the needle. Keep that, bring your cheek down to the mat. Nice big deep breath in and out. And repeat. This time, bring that arm all the way up. And let's bring it behind your head. And we're going to do 3 antlers. 1, bring that elbow right up to the sky. 2, and 3. And bring that hand back down. And we're going to do the other side. Left arm all the way up. Don't rush it. Take a look at it. And then thread it. And breathe. And bring that hand to the back of your head for antler. 1, 2, and 3. And bring that hand back down. And we're going to walk those hands down the mat. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Your knees are still apart. And let's drag those hands down the mat toward your knees, coming all the way up. And let's roll our shoulders back. Bring our knees together. And we're going to do surrender and camel. So let's roll our shoulders back and down. Bring our hands out in front. Push those arms back. Belly into your back. Rib cage is up. We're going to take this right arm, swipe it all the way to the back, and then you're going to reach back and touch your heel, your foot, or the mat, and come all the way back up. So this is 1. Keep the belly to your back. 2, 3, and 4, and the other side. 1, 2. You have to keep that belly to your back, guys. Protect your back at all times. 3, and 4. And now we're going to do camel. So you're going to bring your right arm back to your foot. And if you can only do one side, that's great. Nice back arch. And if you can, bring your other one back. And breathe. And then release one arm at a time, coming all the way up. And let's just sit down on our mat and extend our legs out in front. Oh, that felt good. All right, let's give our legs a nice little shakeroo, opening them up. Get on your sit bones, open them up a little bit more, right? And I want your toes to be up towards the sky. Shoulders are back. Chin is back. Belly up off your hip bones are up off your hip bones. Bring your hands out in front. And again, we're going to swipe that right arm all the way across. Your palm will go up and your other arm will point towards that right foot. And you're still tall. And then with a nice big deep breath out, let's go down to that leg. Breathe again. Lengthen those arms. Come all the way back up. And let's do the other side. Oh, hang on. Hi. Jerry's just went to get the boat. He'll be back. I have to pick him up in about 15.
Okay, no problem.
I'm back. All right, so sorry, we're going to do the other side. Bring that right arm over to your right foot. Back arm is back. Nice big breath out, coming down and down. Lengthen those arms. And come all the way back up. And we're going to come across to the other side. Same thing. And back up and come all the way across last time. Lengthen those arms. Another breath out. As you breathe out, you're going to feel yourself sinking more into that stretch. Coming back up tall. Walk your hands out. Center. As far as you can go without pain. Stay there and breathe. And then just collapse down and breathe again. Hello, my little apple girl. Hello. All right, walk your hands all the way back. And let's take this, give their legs a little shakeroo, closing them about 45. Bring that right leg into that inner left leg. All right, and we're going to sit here for a second, so just relax. All right, try to stay on your sit bones here, and let's just put a little pressure on this leg to get it flat. Try to stay on your hip sit bones. Your head is being pulled up to the sky. You're nice and tall. All right, and now let's do 3 crazies on the side. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. And open that leg back up, and we're going to do the other side now. All right, so sitting nice and tall, bring that other foot to the inner leg, sitting tall, and apply a little pressure. I can push that one right down to the ground, but I want you sitting tall. You can feel the stretch, right? All right, and 3 crazies. 1, 2, and 3. And coming all the way back. All right, let's sit lengthwise onto the mat and bring your hands all the way up to the sky. And we're going to do a nice forward fold. So walk your hands down the ceiling, down the wall, looking down at your knees, reaching for the wall in front of you. Still reach. Your breath work is in and out slowly, and then collapse on those legs. And massage either your feet, your calves, and breathe. Just relax everything. And slowly come on all the way back up and roll those shoulders back. Bring your hands out in front, and we're going to roll all the way down to the mat. Lengthen your whole body from wall to wall, belly to the mat. Let's reach right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. Bring those arms around like a snow angel, and let's give our knees a nice big hug and roll side to side. All right, let's wake up those glutes. All right, so bring your feet down to the mat, and let's measure up fingertip to heels, making sure that those knees are probably about hip width apart. And we're just going to do a nice slow roll up first. So we're going to pick up that blueberry with your cheeks, tilt your pelvis, and let's roll up your spine, nice and high. And let's roll all the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And release that blueberry. We're going to do that one more time. Pick the blueberry up and rolling up. And this time go a little higher. Let's go up on our shoulders and bring those hands together underneath your body. Pushing those hips up a little higher. And breathe. Release those hands and rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. And release that blueberry. All right, we're going to do some glute work here. All right, so let's keep our shoulders on the mat. Push them into the mat, and we're going to go up and down for 6. 1, 2, squeeze those glutes at the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, stay up there. Open and close those legs. 1, 2, 3, squeeze with the outside of your legs. 4, 5, 6, now all together. Down, up, open, close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and bring it all the way down. And let's bring those hands out to T, bring those knees up to above your hips. We're going into supine twist, so bring both knees over to the right, looking to the left. And let's bring that right hand on top of those knees. And breathe for 3. Bring those knees back to center, which is above your hips. Hands out to T, and we're going down to the other side. Look over to the right or opposite side if you're not on the same side as I am, which often when I'm in a class, I usually do that. So when the person says right, I'm usually doing my left. Nice big deep breath in and out. Okay, let's bring those knees back up to center. And let's bring those feet down to the mat. And we're going to take this right leg, cross it over your left knee, open up that knee. Give it a little open with your hand. Bring that knee to your belly. And then with your left hand on the inside of that knee, push the knee to palm and open up that knee, keeping that resistance for 1, 2, knee to palm, and 3. And then let's grab behind your left knee, pull it towards your left shoulder, and that left heel is in front of that left knee. So pull and push. Pull and push with that right elbow. And release. Bring those legs down to the mat and give them a nice little shakeroo. And then let's do the other side. Left leg over top of right knee and open up that knee. Bring it into your belly button and then push the knee to your right palm, keeping that resistance again, and open up. And back. Got to push the knee to palm. And then we're going to grab behind the right knee. And again, pull that right knee into your right shoulder. Line up your right foot. Pull and push. And breathe. And bring it all the way down. Let's bring those knees into our chest. And rolling side to side. Nice massage. And then extend that right leg, hugging your left knee. I want that right leg reaching for that wall. Reach and hug. And switch legs. Lengthen, hug, and switch. And one more switch. And then let's bring those legs down onto the mat and your hands come behind your head. All right, we're going to do our scissor routine. So I want you to be lengthening your arms, your limbs. Try to at all times lengthen. All right. And what else? Belly to the back. Roll those hips toward your belly button. Both hands are coming up to your right leg. 1, belly to the mat. 2, reach for that foot. 3, 4, 5, 6, we're doing 8, 7, and 8. Right arm to T, left arm, right foot. 1, belly to the mat. You gotta really focus on pushing that belly to the mat. 3, and reaching for that foot. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Both hands to the left foot. Lengthen down the mat. Push the belly to the back. Roll those hips. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push the belly to the mat. 6, 7, and 8. Left hand to T, right arm, left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Both hands over top of your head. Bring both legs up above your hips. I don't want them over your hips and I don't want them behind your hips. I want them over top of your hips. And breathe. Let both and open up your legs. Push the belly to the mat. I'm just going to let those legs flop open for a second. All right, so we're going to do crisscross. Pulse it through for 4. So belly to the mat. Let's do crisscross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open up and crunch through for 1, 2, 3, 4. Crisscross. Try to keep your shoulders up off the mat at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crisscross. Open and pulse. Crisscross. Open, pulse. Crisscross. Open. One more. Crisscross. Open. And bring it down. And let's just roll over onto our bellies. And we'll do some Superman. counteract all that ab work. So looking straight down at the mat, both arms and legs come up off the mat, belly to your back. 1, 2, 3, and down. And up. 1, 2, 3, and down. And up. 1, 2, 3, and down. And let's bring our hands to our shoulders, push up, and let's go down into child's pose. Walk those hands, sway those hips from side to side. Let's bring those hands down to our knees, up to our quads, and roll those shoulders back. And we're going to sit down on our mats. We are almost done for Friday. All right, let's sit cross-legged. Open up those knees. And let's take that left arm over the right knee and look behind. Again, I want you sitting tall. 2 breaths. Switch sides. And let's bring our soles of our feet together. Bring them in. Open them up. And then sit any way you want to sit most comfortably. We'll just do our neck stretches. So I want you sitting up nice and tall. And let's take that left ear over to your left shoulder without moving those shoulders. And then just look up and look down. And then bring your head back to center and the other way. Okay, so right ear to right shoulder. Look up. Look down. And bring it back. Let's take our chin over to our left shoulder. And bring it all the way over to your other shoulder. And back to center. And let's draw 3 big circles with your nose. Other way. All right. What else? Oh yeah. In, push. So sitting tall, bring your chin in and out. And then keep it in, because then your spine, your neck is in line with your spine, like it should always be. And let's sit lengthwise on the mat. And 3 rock and rolls. 1, 2, and 3. Up to ragdoll. Let's hang here. And let's give our legs one really big, nice big hug, because they are so wonderful to us. We're so lucky to have them. And soft bend in those knees and wiggle those arms. And we are going to roll up our spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slowly, belly to your back. All the way up. And roll those shoulders back. And let's drain those lymph nodes. Happy Friday. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. High fives. Woo!
Oh, that was great, Pat.